All right, we'd like to welcome Adam Hadwin to the interview room. Adam, great playing today.
Thank you.
You find yourself in a good position going into tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you could just talk a little bit about that and obviously the low Canadian. So, and then we'll take questions.
Okay. Yeah, the whole objective today with the caddy was to put myself in a position to win tomorrow. You know, it's been a very simple process this whole week, and that's just picking a target, picking a yardage, and committing to it, and that's it. You know, this golf course is so difficult once you get offline that you just can't play from the trees and from the rough. So, you know, that was our focus going into today, and you know, obviously getting off to a start like I did, birding the first, the third, and the fourth, it made it very easy. You know, it settled the nerves quickly. Knowing that I already had a 3-shot cushion basically. You know, it was actually on the first tee, Brett told me, he goes, you know, you're on the second page of the leaderboard, you know that, right? And I said, well, let's make birdie and change that. So we birdied the first and obviously moved up to the first page. But yeah, just a good solid round, hit a lot of good shots, picked my targets appropriately. When I got in trouble, I didn't try and do anything stupid. And then made some putts. The putter's been feeling good all week, and we've committed to good lines. It's been a fantastic week so far, and just got to do the same thing tomorrow.
All right, we'll open up to some questions.
You overshot 17 slightly and then killed your drive on 18, 25 or 30 yards longer, and you've been hitting it all week. Was the adrenaline pumping a little bit coming in?
Yeah, I think so. We had a yardage on 17. We had a good yardage, and we both liked the club. And then after I hit it, you know, I kind of said to him, I said, just mark it down. We'd probably go a little less, and you know, just the crowd, the adrenaline, that sort of thing. And 18, I just put a good solid swing on it, hit well, and crushed it.
Adam, both guys that you were playing with kind of remarked about how calm you seemed out there, how relaxed you seemed. Did you feel that way inside, or?
You know what, I did, and I think my caddy has a lot to do with it this week, because it's been the same from the first tee shot till now. We go through the same process. We go through the same process every time. We get a yardage, we pick a club, and then we pick a target. He tells me to commit to it, and I do, and we go from there.
Is it going to be any tougher to keep that demeanor tomorrow?
I don't think so. I think he's on a pretty even keel, and so am I. You know, we know that if we post another 68, we've got a good chance of winning. So just go out and do the same thing we've been doing.
Just to be clear, was that a 3-wood on 18?
It was, yeah.
Okay. The other thing, Scott McCarron backed off and let you walk up on your own on 18, and pretty good work. What's that like to have a veteran like that recognize that moment and to be in that moment?
It's just a classy guy. You know, I even asked him what I should do about my putt on 16 because I knew that the crowd was going to go crazy after I tapped in. You know, and I wasn't sure. I haven't been in this position, so I asked him. I said, should I tap in? Like, should I wait? You know, he just, you know, very classy guy. So was Hearn. We just had a lot of fun.
And just to follow up, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Scott told us afterwards he actually was filming your swing before he had any idea who you were on the range. Did you know that, and what did it mean to hear that?
No, I had no idea. You know, but it's kind of a cool feeling that someone, you know, appreciates the hard work that you've put in. You know, a lot of fun.
What are you going to do after you leave the media room? What's the next sort of, you know, until you teed up tomorrow morning? It's been 5+ decades since Canadians actually won this tournament. And does your lack of experience in this role, do you think, actually sort of help you? Because you seem to be playing with such confidence outside of maybe the not showing the pressure one would expect given the circumstances.
Well, I mean, that's understandable because really, who am I? I'm a Canadian Tour player. I'm not a PGA Tour star. You know, I'm just playing good golf right now. You know, you know, I feel like I keep repeating myself, but it's the same thing over and over. If I just do the same things that I need to do, if I hit the ball in the fairway, if I put it in the green and give myself putts at it, then I got a chance to win this championship tomorrow. And you know, that's my focus right now. That's it. You know, I'm swinging great. I feel great over every shot. So, you know, just go from there.
What is
Well, I'm gonna eat. I'm starving. Yeah, do that, and then probably relax, hit a few putts, maybe hit a few balls, just kind of about an hour or so, maybe 20 minutes each thing, get a feel for everything, and then head home and spend some time with my girlfriend and my family, and just relax for the rest of the night.
Is this at all sort of surreal to you? Is this a dream come true? Do you remember when the first time you sort of thought about playing in the Canadian Open? Were you a kid who would sit on the putting green at night and say, this is to win the Canadian Open?
Well, no offense to Canadian Open, but my putts were to win the U.S. Open, but or the Masters. But I mean, I don't really find it surreal because I feel like I belong here. I just need my opportunity to get out here, and I think I kind of proved that today. I think a lot of people may have been going, okay, he's tied for 5. He's had 2 good rounds. He kind of threw up on the weekend last year. It's whatever. But I'll say it again. My caddy's been awesome. I can't. He's a huge reason of why I put together the round I did today. He keeps me in the present, and just hitting. I feel like from a year ago I'm a 1,000% better player now than I was a year ago. Everything's better. My missed shots are better. My putting is better. I'm getting it up and down when I need to. And those are the keys to playing well.
Were you watching when Mike Weir was in the final pairing and eventually lost in the playoff?
Where was I that year? I got to be honest, I don't remember if I was or not. I think that would have been the last time that we were close to bringing the national championship home. And got a shot tomorrow, so hopefully he can pull it off.
Adam, your background seems to suggest that you play exceptionally well in the last round of a tournament, regardless of where the tournament is. Does that enter into your mind? Do you think about that for tomorrow?
Never entered. I could think about it, and I've had some good, solid final rounds. I would like to think of myself as a late bloomer. I finish off tournaments well. I don't usually start that well, but I just got to go out there and do my thing. If I do my thing, keep hitting good shots and swinging the way I am, I'll have a chance.
A top 10 finish tomorrow would be an entry into the next PGA Tour event, correct?
Yeah, and a big check.
And would you take that entry?
Yeah, I wouldn't, I was looking forward to a week off, but if I have to play, I'll go play. Yeah.
Adam, what experiences will you rely on tomorrow to hopefully get the job done?
A little bit last year, Canadian Open, for sure. Finishing the way I did last year, definitely. This year's U.S. Open as well. Finishing the way I did there, the final round. And then, my 2 wins on the Canadian Tour. I think getting that first win, end of last year was big. It was tight. I needed to hit some good shots, and I pulled the shots off when I needed to. So, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
All right, we have time for a couple more questions.
Adam, you mentioned the putt on 16. Talk about the shot coming in. What kind of lie did you have? Is that the line you were taking?
It wasn't the line I was taking. I had a good lie though. I think they trimmed the first part for the rough for us to actually allow us to be able to reach the green now. I drew a good lie. I only had 120 front edge, 126 or 27 pin or something like that, and I was aimed about 15 feet left, and that kind of gave me that room. So when I did push it like I did, I flew the right distance and kind of worked out perfectly.
Talking to your dad while you were coming up 18, he said that the only reason that more people didn't know you during college was that you struggled putting. What did you do to change that? Because you looked very comfortable this week.
A lot of hard work. That's it. This game comes down to hard work and putting the time in, and I've got a great instructor. We do the right things. He's got me to where I am, and I trust him with my game. If he tells me to do something, I do it. It's worked, and trust. That's basically about it.
1,000% from last year to this year. Is that just experience, or is there anything else?
It's experience as well, but I think it's my short game has come about 2,000% since last year. it's, you know, my putting, you know, I felt like last year at the Canadian Open shooting 68, 66 like I did, if I had putted well, I would have been in the lead. You know, and this year now, you know, it just takes so much pressure off my long game that I can just kind of, I don't have to worry about hitting it to 8 feet to make par anymore. I can hit it to 20 feet and make a 20-footer for birdie. So, you know, everything feels good.
Thanks a lot, Adam. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.